Hey everybody, back again. This was this man. Uh, Started off, little run a little late on a video here. I got sick in the middle of the week. I was, I was down. I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had so much stuff going on. I was doing the welding. I was doing all kinds of stuff. Uh, and then top it all off, today's my birthday, so I I went ahead and I got some stuff for my birthday for myself, and uh, basically my family sends their wishes and everything, and uh, went to dinner with the neighbors. The neighbors took me out for a birthday dinner, and uh, had some fun there, and eh, but I mean, we're still going on, still going tough. Haven't left you guys. It's just it was a kick in the ass, getting sick. I mean, I was gonna do a video the other day, and you know, it was I was literally bedridden for like 30 hours. So it was it was bad. It was, but I've just been streaming movies, watching TV, and you know, when I could get up to do anything, I was working. I was busting my ass. I've got I've got new welding cables coming, new welding connectors coming. I've got steel coming. I mean, uh, see, I got paid on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, and I've already spent like $2,800 on stuff. So, I mean, it's been a wild past couple of days. I'll tell you what. Uh, yeah, I just had to start my phone because uh I literally killed my phone. So bear with me here. I had to restart everything, and it's yeah, it's been a heck of a trip. There we go. Get myself back set up on that. But today's video, Depths of Despair. Uh, this is the 10 scary ghost videos that will make you repent immediately. Highly doubtful. Probably a good 60% of this is going to be explainable. So let's get to breaking this down.
They said it wasn't loud.
5:30 a.m. A woman named Brandy was babysitting her friend's dog while looking after her own dog inside her trailer, and while sleeping late at night, she finds herself awoken around 5:30 a.m. to the sounds of someone whispering in her ear, and it sounded like she could hear something moving in her back bedroom. So she decides to grab her phone and record it as she checks it out, in case anything were to happen to her, because she has experienced creepy events before and seen shadows moving. This is what she...
Okay, if you got time to find your socks, you've got time to put on matching socks. I don't care who you are. I don't care about this mismatched shit. Put on matching socks. And if there's a hole in a sock, throw that sock and its matching sock out. Don't keep it. Don't keep one sock, throw the other out. Don't do that. No. Don't even start. You ruin one sock, you throw out the one that goes with it. There's no keep it just in case, a hole comes in another sock of the opposite foot. Don't.
captured. Some creepy growling sounds can be heard coming from her bedroom in the back. Her boyfriend's uncle passed away in the old camper that she was living in, which is currently right besides this new trailer she just moved into. And while living in that camper, she would see shadows, and once heard a deep voice scream at her when there was nobody there. A little later on, the dog she is babysitting begins to act strangely, staring down at the hallway while barking.
Well, I don't see anything on either monitor, but when she went outside and she looked under or at the side of the house and you saw those chairs lined up, this tells me that they're in a trailer community and it's up on its stands. And if you don't know what the underside of a trailer house looks like, it is a long I-beam on one side, long I-beam on the other side, and then you have I-beams in the middle, and between each one is a plastic layer that is tar glued up to the bottom of the I-beams. All you have to do is tear that plastic and you can crawl up underneath the floorboards. Like all these floorboards here, you can actually see these ducts for like the air system, the HVAC system is underneath, and you can unplug those from under the house. It's pretty sketchy how they're built, but I mean they're built to be cheap and affordable. So I mean we had lived in a community, like a trailer park, with these types of like double wide, single wides. Our neighbor was an old man who was very child friendly, let's put it that way. And what he would do is he would crawl under the trailer and disconnect the air vent from underneath the trailer so that he could look up into the bedrooms from under the house through the duct. Like you've got the duct, and he's just in the floor. And I don't know how her neighbors are, or if there's any crazy ones nearby, but that could be a sign.
She then musters the courage to investigate the place and discovers a strange handprint.
Okay, y'all, check this out. I was about to cook, and I found this hand, or whatever you call this, on my icebox. Now, look at my left hand compared to this thing right here. Look at that. It's not me. I don't have any kids. Just a dog, as you can see right here. Just a dog, and that's surely not his. So what the hell is this? And it's got
I mean,
one, 2, 3, 4. 4 fingers. And look how small. What the hell is that?
It seems that whatever was lurking in the camper has now followed her into the new trailer, perhaps because she keeps it right next door. But for now, it remains a mystery.
They say it wasn't loud.
Sleeping client.
that one made pretty much no sense.
A woman works as a caregiver, watching her clients at home through her monitor, seeing as some of them require 24/7 support and visual monitoring to ensure they don't fall over or nothing else happens to them. She says she often senses something strange whenever she goes to this particular client's flat to check on her, and eventually she started seeing it on camera. In order to show she isn't tripping, she decides to record what she caught on the monitor.
Every night I'm at work, I be thinking I'm tripping. But you gotta watch this video, y'all.
It's the bottom.
You see that move under the bed? Like I know for a fact this close to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving like right there under the bed? It's moving back and forth.
Then it's going to be over there in front of the bed.
You see it? It's ghost in my client's house. Look under her bed. It'll come out and go back. Now she in bed asleep. She ain't moved an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in? This is no joke. My client truly has ghosts in her house. You see it? She don't have a dog.
Okay.
It's moving. I know for.
Okay. So, I've seen this one a couple times, but one of the ones that there was, they kept highlighting the movement over here. But this one here, you have movement here, but she keeps saying it's going under the bed. But it keeps highlighting, like you could see it up in here, then you'll see it here, and then you'll see flickers up here. So I'm wondering, because on a day vision camera, like your everyday camera, it doesn't pick up certain things, but as soon as you switch to night vision, it picks it up. I've got this one camera at the front of the house that during the day you can't see it, but at night you can see the speck from the tree on it, and it's obvious as wonder if you guys can pick it up. See it right there? See that black spot? Right there. See it? Yeah. But I will do the let's see. Let's go back to here. Then we'll, because it's right there. You can see it. We'll go to daytime. It's not there. It's not there. But if I go to nighttime, there it is. Night vision picks up a lot of stuff because it is a different wavelength. So, and this, whatever this is that's on the lens, I can't see it when I'm looking at the camera. I can't see it. It's like I've washed that lens tons of times, but it's either on the inside or it is a very fine scratch, but because it is close to the lens, I can't see it, and it looks like it's larger.
But you gotta watch this video, y'all. You see that move under the bed? Like I know for a fact this close to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving like right there under the bed?
Because there it is. It's still there. And you can still see it on the edge of this part of the bed. Okay, see, now it's coming out more. Right here. Okay, it's supposed to be coming out from under the bed, but under the bed would mean that it would be behind this dark line. Because the bed, there's the mattress, there's the box spring, here's the frame. This is one of those, this is a wood frame bed, so it has a 3 to 4 inch wood subframe for the side rails. This is in front of the side rails. So it's not going in and out from under the bed. See, it's between the two. So it is a very large yeah. There. Here. Yeah. Want you guys to not focus on my Walmart receipt from earlier, but right here, I'll bring it back. See right here. That's a light. That's a light. And it's moving. And it's going up. And it's going down. Going up and down at the same time as this. See? And look way at the top above my head. That's at the same time. That is a lens flare on the lens of the camera at the same time that light hits.
It'll come out and go back. Now she in bed asleep. She ain't moved an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in?
Yeah. Every time it disappears here, it's over here. Every time it's down here, it's down here. When it hits this knob, it reflects up to the top. This is a light from someplace over in the corner over here that is hitting this and reflecting off stuff over here. This is a reflection. This is a light reflection.
Yes. You see it? She don't have a dog. She don't have a cat directly across the camera. Be creeping me the heck out. Like, no doubt. I'm gonna let's be still so y'all can see. You see it moving in there again?
That is a lens flare. That is a lens flare right there. See, the light is hitting it. Let's see where it's. Yeah, it's a lens flare. It's from somebody shining a light.
That.
That's all that is. That's all that is. See? On the ground
I think
floor.
I'm tripping. Maybe I want to. It's real live ghost. And
Yeah. Okay. You've got a light here. A light's reflecting over here. This is a light coming from somewhere on this back side of the room. That's all that is.
I think I'm tripping. That ghost is in that room and it ain't going nowhere.
Some sort of white floating mass seen under the bed. But as a caregiver, she knows a security guard named Hera Miraz works the night shifts in a superstore. But as time went by, he done many solo night shifts and began to grow wary of strange activity as he started seeing things that he just couldn't explain. This eventually got worse over time, and in one particular night shift he saw something lurking around the store after 3 a.m. and tried to capture it on camera. Watch closely.
No, ya no se va a ver nada. Ya no se va a ver nada porque lo que se mira acá de este lado es la pantalla que está prendida. Ahí arriba, esa. De ahí en más, pues estoy solo, les digo, estaba todo solo ahorita. Solo. De ahí en más, lo que se mira acá de este lado es la pantalla que está prendida. Ahí
Yeah, that motion is a TV.
arriba, esa. De ahí en más, pues estoy solo, les digo, estaba todo solo ahorita. Solo. Y ahorita había algo allá en la entrada de clientes. Hasta allá, hasta lo último. Y lo vi clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez. A ver si se alcanza a ver. No, me da miedo ir. A eso que se mira ahí. Eso negro que se ve ahí. Miren, ya se movió. ¡Oh! Está caminando, de hecho está que no manches. Y se sigue moviendo. Es una persona, claro está que miren. No. Vámonos. Se sigue moviendo. Está eso negro que se ve ahí. Miren, ya se movió. ¡Oh!
There's a person walking around. I'm wondering if this is a Malcolm in the Middle deal. The guy is like living in the store and hiding out in like the toilet paper racks like those guys tried to do. But that's what I'm thinking here. And they come out, do their shopping, go to the bathroom, wash themselves in the sinks and stuff, and then hide.
Está caminando, de hecho está que no manches.
As he does his night rounds. Even worse, a few days later he wakes up very early in the morning, lurking at the end of the aisle, watching and following him as he does his night rounds. Even worse.
Yeah. It takes a step back, and when it turns, it has something on its back written on his shirt.
A few days later he wakes.
Yeah, right before.
Shadow figure can be seen lurking at the end of the aisle, watching and following him as he does his night rounds.
Now, takes a step back, takes another step, turns. It's wearing a hooded sweater with a design, and the hood, that's the hood right there. There's the design, and you can clearly see the pants are sagging. That's a person. That's an actual person.
Wakes up very early in the morning to the sounds of his dogs barking at something. So he goes outside to check what the commotion is and captures something chilling on camera.
Amigos, me levanté en la madrugada porque se oye que están ladrando los perros muy feo. ¿Sí oyen? Vamos a salir. Está haciendo airecito así como que muy... Miren mi gato, ¿dónde está? ¿Ya lo vieron? Está haciendo airecito así como que muy agradable, pero los perros sí los oyen, amigos.
Yeah, the window across the way.
Se oye así como que da miedo, ¿no?
A dark shadow figure can be seen through the window of the house.
Los perros sí...
Okay. He starts chitty-chatting. There's a weird cut. Get back to it. Sounds scary. Boogaloo. It's there. It was a weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird thing because you can see that it's there. It's still there, kind of blurry. Still there. Like you can see that it started here and it's going this way. And from there to there it's walking and then leaving. Yeah.
Window of the house in front of his. He decides to check the security camera in front of his house to see what it shows.
Mira, es eso lo que se ve ahí en la esquina, mira. Mira. También se mira aquí en las cámaras. Mira, eso. Mira. Y no manches. ¿Qué será? Mira. Mira. ¿Ya viste?
Okay.
As you can see, whatever it is also shows up on the security camera, and it seems to move unnaturally.
Looks like somebody pulled it away. I'm thinking maybe a cat, and the owner's like, "Come here, get over here, 'cause you're causing the dogs to bark." And it's like, that's my biggest thing.
He then goes over to that house and shares a creepy fact about the place, which makes this a whole lot more eerie.
Acerca de lo de ayer, de los perros y todo lo que pasó ayer en la madrugada. Miren, se fijan, yo salí por aquí, salgo y grabo así. Entonces estaban moviendo las palmas, estaba haciendo aire. Lo que quiero que vean es que en la casa de enfrente está abandonada, amigos. Está completamente abandonada, es lo que quiero que vean. Miren.
Abandoned doesn't mean anything. It just means squatters are there at night.
Miren, amigos. Aquí fue donde se vio esa cosa.
Okay, that solidifies it. It's an abandoned house full of rubbish, and a squatter was there, saw that he was outside, and then ducked down this hallway so that they weren't seen.
Aquí de este lado. Aquí, en esto. Y si se fijan, la cámara que yo tengo también lo grabó. También se grabó por la cámara. Miren. Ahí está la cámara, miren.
As seen and mentioned by Hera Miraz, the house in front of his is completely abandoned, so the only two possible options is either a homeless person squatting or a shadow figure. However, the security camera in front of his house covers all the entrances, and after reviewing the footage, nobody...
It doesn't cover all the entrances. You can see that there's no windows, and there's a back door and everything. A homeless person could jump over the wall and go through the back. There's tons of ways in. I mean, I've worked security. I've done all kinds of stuff. There are ways in. Just because you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 8 cameras doesn't mean that you cover every entrance to the house across the street.
was ever seen entering or leaving the place, which means it must be something paranormal. Could it be the same figure from his night shifts at the store, now following him home, as most home hauntings seem to begin with something following you to your house and trying to get your attention by making you open the front door to welcome it in? Let me know what you think. If you have any video recommendations, you can send them over to modeling his house with a group of friends. But every once in a while, one of them says that they have heard some strange noises. Late one
That reminds me, I gotta get paint.
night, the man is relaxing while on his phone for a little bit, when he hears a faint voice and starts to record. A sudden loud bang is heard. Thinking it was just a plate falling over, naturally on its own he dismisses the incident. But then in the next few nights he starts to receive motion detection alerts on his phone from the security cameras around the house, letting him know that he's not alone.
I'm here doing construction work at my house by myself, and my phone starts going off. I start getting these notifications that a person's been detected in my house. 6 minutes ago, it says someone was here. Look, there's nobody here. I noticed yesterday there was people detected too, and so I checked the cameras on yesterday's video. Okay, hold on. Okay, alright, here, check this out. Look, no one. And then watch this. Look. And then it just disappears. And then I check the second camera in the room, and check this out. Look, a shadow right there. But there's no person. I don't know what to say.
A dark human-like silhouette can be seen in the room on both cameras, yet there's nobody.
This one's clever. This one's clever. The silhouette is the exact same shape, the exact same head tilt, the exact same. Every angle is exactly the same on both cameras. So either this is a ghost or very good edit. And yeah, it's a good edit. There it is. Okay, so you can see these smudge lines right here. The blur tool was used here and here. You can see the lines, and it goes all the way up, all the way up. This was a taller thing, and you can see part of it here. I mean, all of this was blur tooled. This is all blurred. And right. See. This was them adjusting the width of the ghost. This was the adjustment of the ghost width. Yeah. Yeah. From there to there, you see, well, even there, these few frames, the shadowing of the room elongates and changes. Yeah, it's just a clever edit.
Can be dissipates as shown on the security footage. The alerts state that a thing is that the neck of the shadow appears to be competent to proceed with completing the remodeling, and he has very good reason as to why. So I wonder if he'll finish off the house or not. Lurking nearby, a mother named Mandy lives in somewhat of a secluded area with her 2 sons, and she has started to hear strange and unexplainable sounds.
I've got goosebumps because those things creep me the fuck out.
And voices.
If you invite me to your house and you have these types of dolls, those dolls are getting put outside in your car, in your trunk. Plain and simple. They're not going to be in the house when I'm there. No. Unless you want me to burn them, nope.
Around her yard, so she set up a bunch of trail cameras around the property to see just what was going on. On one night, just before 12 AM, the camera detects something and sends an alert to Mandy. And this is what was captured. Nothing can be seen on the camera, but some strange sounds along with creepy whistling can be heard. A few nights later, she's out somewhere with the kids when she receives another alert. Some scratch.
It's an actual person and they're drunk, or they're just there to fuck with them.
Scratching and knocking sounds can be heard, along with a creepy voice demanding to be let in. Things start to get a little more disturbing when the voices are captured inside her son's bedroom.
I gotta change it, it's all wet. Maybe I have to, it's all wet. I'm sorry, but you keep inserting the man. Some of the pig.
Dude, that was a wet diaper, man. Jesus. But again, just because you hear it in the room on that camera doesn't mean that it didn't come from outside. That was clearly from an outside voice, and it's the same voice as before.
No, I'm not listening to you. I know, but I tried giving you the bubbles. You wouldn't take the bubbles. Now you have nothing for bubbles. No bubbles for what now? No bubbles for you now. I'm not giving you bubbles now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting another bottle. I'm sorry. I'm just getting another bottle.
That's the ICU ringtone. That's the ICU ringtone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting another bottle.
That's the ICU ringtone. What the fuck? That's cheap.
After she leaves.
That's... It's a second audio loop over that. These... Okay, you hear her voice, and it's the same damn voice. It's her. She's doing it for TikTok clout.
Her son's room, a creepy voice says, "I see you, and that you're mine now," which suggests that something wants her son. Later that same night, something terrifying is caught on camera from his bedroom. Watch closely.
I guess window's gonna open. There it is. That's the fucking Momo mask. That's the fucking Momo mask. This woman's doing this shit for clout. That's why the camera angle changes depending on what she's doing. Yeah, she keeps coming to the window and opening it just a hair. Yeah. You can see her hands. Oh, what the hell? Let's see, Let's see, where's the clearest one? You can see the... Yeah. It's the Momo mask. It's literally the Momo mask. That is... If it's not her, then she's got somebody creeping around her house pretending to be Momo. But you can see
The window can be seen slightly lifting.
you can see the hand reach through and just kind of push it up, and then pull up.
Although there's a child lock on it, so it can't be pried open. But then we can see a creepy looking pale face glaring inside the room where Mandy's son is sleeping. Keep in mind that this is the second floor of the house, so it would be difficult for someone to just get up there on the window. Also, it's important to note that the camera has been there the whole time and is set to face the entire room, but was zoomed into the window to see what was there. Now concerned for her son's safety, she begins to worry, while at the same time not entirely sure of what she's dealing with. A few nights later, the outdoor cameras capture something creepy. What looks like someone or something can be seen on top of the house. What makes this even more chilling is that it looks like it starts off as a shadow and then forms into what looks like a person. After receiving this motion detection alert, Mandy didn't want to put her son at risk, so she quickly called the police to investigate the area.
911 caller has been informed that you will likely be making entries for that back door that you saw.
There. Where's your basement entry?
The police search the inside of the house for 9 minutes and then can be seen leaving on her camera without searching the rest of the property or the surrounding area outside.
That's just bad police work.
Leaving Mandy to feel quite annoyed with how unserious they took her call, so she has now
Yeah, all she had to do is show them footage. Hey, there is someone up on my roof, and if it's not her, then this means that she's probably got a stalker. And I mean, I've seen a couple incidents where people were stalked and thought that it was, paranormal, and it turned out that it was somebody trying to get their kid. Like, they were trying to one was a woman who pretended to be a ghost of a grandmother to get the child so that she could raise it as her own. Another one was the dad faked his death or whatever and tried to take his kid.
decided there's no point calling them, so hopefully nothing bad ends up happening. But she is still
Yeah, I mean, if you have a house like this and you see if you're in there like reading to your kid and you see somebody peeking through your second floor window like that, bop 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 bop, mag dump.
to figure out who or what this is, but it seems to be after her son. Until we hear more, it remains a mystery.
Yeah, so basically, somebody is wandering around her property in a Momo mask.
My house. Reddit user Last Mammoth lives in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and one day while at work, his home security camera captures something chilling while his dogs Frank and Mac are relaxing in the living room. What sounds like a voice whispering my house can be heard. And it happens right before the dogs suddenly get What sounds like a voice whispering my house can be heard.
That's not my house, that's let me out.
And it happens. What sounds like a voice whispering my house can be heard. And it happens right.
That's 3 syllables. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Right before the dog suddenly gets spooked, and then the door opens by itself. Last Mammoth has always been somewhat of a skeptic of the paranormal, but recently he has experienced things like this that he just can't explain. He says this very same morning a bird flew into his wife's office door, which was most likely a bad omen. They believe that something is following his wife because she has been experiencing creepy and unexplainable things ever since her cousin passed away. The painting. I featured the jack-o'-lantern previously, but basically he visits all sorts of haunted places in Britain, from cemeteries to haunted houses, and even collects haunted items. Ever since acquiring this particular painting, which depicts a scene of Wigan Town Centre from the 1940s, and supposedly the artist took his own life after creating it, the house has not been the same.
Every single video this dude's in, I got this item, and now, ever since, my house is haunted. Okay, how many fucking items do you get that are haunted where you're like, oh, this is no longer attributed to that haunted item, but this haunted item, and then next week I'm getting, the Queen's bedpan, and I'm gonna put it over there, and then every time that light flickers, it's gonna be because I put that pan there.
Ever since, despite the broken up.
Yeah.
To this shirt in the room, and
along with a boy that quickly disappears mere seconds later. While this is going on, his cat.
Yeah.
That of it. See that? Bull is caught. I do know what is going on in it.
Yeah, this guy, downtime, he does, the little plays that people do, like, where it's like you and like 5 of your friends go to like a nightclub or whatever and get on top of a stage the size of a Cadillac, and then make out plays with shit that's in the room. That's what this guy does. And he also does little mini films with his friends. So, I wonder, how do you get people in and out and do films and then, makeup and all that stuff?
Today, but there's some kind of an atmosphere as well. What the hell is that? Did you see that?
What I saw was, okay, because my phone's plugged in. He's got the camera facing himself, and he's like, "Oh, what is that? What is that?" And instead of turning around or turning the camera around, he brings it out, around, and swirls it before he brings it back to the point. And that swirling is a technique, as an old technique. The swirl technique was the old Vincent Price movies where they'd swirl the camera around to a point, and it gives people time to duck under and around to get out of camera view.
Going on in here today, but there's some kind of an
watch the swirl technique.
Well.
Person, what was that?
What the hell is that?
Swirl back
as well.
Okay, here's the swirl technique. Swirl it over to the wall, down to the chair, and then over to there. Now, notice he keeps pushing towards this point, meaning the person stood up, stepped over.
What's going on in here today, but there's some kind of an atmosphere as well.
Okay, so the person's there. They're kneeling. There's a table, a plant, and the person stands up, steps over here, and then he skirts this way and then over. That is the swoop technique that has been around since Vincent Price has done horror movies.
What the hell is that? Did you see that?
What I see is the this leaf here and this the sprigs, this one and this one are shaking from here to here. So the person stood up, stepped over, bumping this one and this one during the step, and they ducked this way. Yeah.
Did you see that? Recording myself to speak to the camera, I noticed somebody else in the frame with me. It appears to be that of a young boy in a white shirt. As you can see, compared to the couch, he looked relatively small. Also, the cats began acting very caught.
Cats. Magic mirror.
Guys chump.
The next video comes from Edgar. His neighbor gave them this toy mirror and his...
This is going to be a reenactment of the mirror technique from The Conjuring.
His daughter has recently been playing with it. At first everything seemed normal, until just recently when Edgar heard his daughter talking to the mirror late one night, and the mirror seemed to be having an all-out conversation with her, which is completely strange seeing as this particular toy is only meant to say pre-recorded phrases that are built in during the manufacturing process. The toy appeared as though it had free will, asking all kinds of strange questions and giving strange answers back. Edgar and his wife decide to interact with it to see what happens.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Yo soy Jessie, la princesa más bella del Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
¡Qué tierna eres!
Nosotras seremos mejores amigas.
¿Tu personaje favorito?
Si papá pregunta, mi favorito es mi papi. Si mamá pregunta, yo responderé que la que más me gusta es mi mami. Y si tú me preguntas, te diré que el que más me gusta eres tú. Soy una niña muy inteligente.
Bye bye.
Adiós.
The mirror responds fairly quickly with answers that seem quite relevant to the questions it was asked, making people afraid of it. especially seeing as though many other people have this same toy mirror, and none of them behave like this. They all give the same responses. Creeped out, thinking the mirror might be cursed, the family removed the batteries from the mirror, but it kept making noises late at night, so they decided to lock it in a barn behind their house. Occasionally, the kids would go inside and start kicking it, causing
It's a completely different mirror.
some damage. But after many comments begging Edgar to show the mirror again, he replaces the batteries and captures this.
Para los que me estuvieron pidiendo que buscara el espejo y le pusiera baterías.
Is nobody going to point out that it's a completely separate entity? Is a completely separate. It's not even the same device.
Aquí está. Solo pude encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse unas baterías que tenía aquí en la casa. Como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que prenda, pero bueno, a ver, vamos a calarle. Oh, puta, sí tengo miedo.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
Gracias, a mí igual. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
¡Ay, vas y chingas a tu madre!
The toy seems to ask different questions and give different responses each time it's on, completely scaring the family, and especially freaking Edgar out after saying it woke up and saw him, so it thought he was having a party, literally right after he just inserted fresh batteries and turned it on after a while of not being used. It's as if the toy itself is completely aware that it was asleep, as in turned off, and has now awoken after being turned on. This has left the family.
This is a bunch of bullshit. Two separate. I mean, I do know these toys because, you know, I've got nieces, but it's a completely different voice for us because, you know, different voice actors record different lines of dialogue for things. But I mean, you've got one with the mirrors and the doors opening, and it has a completely different bass, and then all of a sudden, oh, here it is. This is the other version. Like, there's two versions, the cheap version and the expensive version. They have both, apparently.
To be certain that it's cursed. The noises. The Los Chavez family has been hearing sudden strange sounds in the middle of the night, and things have been moving on their own. The activity has been going on for about 15 days now, and it got so bad in one particular room that nobody uses this room anymore because they would be unable to sleep, as the noises heard in here are extremely frightening. Late one night, her sister wakes her up around 3 a.m. saying she is hearing noises again.
Son las... no sé si se alcanza a ver, las 3 de la mañana con 1 minuto, y mi hermana me acaba de levantar porque dice que se escuchan ruidos en el cuarto. Mi esposo y mi niña están dormidos y vamos a ir a ver qué se escucha en el cuarto. No hay nadie, solamente estamos mi hermana, mi hija, mi esposo y yo. Aquí en este cuarto está solo porque en estos últimos días nadie ha podido dormir aquí. Como podrán ver, el cuarto está totalmente solo y pues nadie duerme aquí, solo estamos nosotros. Mi hermana dice que se escuchan cosas, pero... ay, me asusté. Pero no sé, pues no se oye nada. No sabe.
Okay, so you can hear car doors outside, you can hear people talking outside, you can hear dogs barking outside, and then the slap sound sounded like it came from the window, which the curtain's open. So I'm betting they live in a very, very close neighborhood, where basically everybody shares one yard. So, yeah. It's more than likely they're hearing people outside.
Amor, amor, levántate. Levántate porque ya le pegaron a la puerta. No sé qué pasó. Vinimos Sara y yo. Se escuchó la puerta. Se escuchó la puerta. Mira, acabamos de venir y no estaba así. Todos los cajones están abiertos.
Ah, there you go. Drawers are open.
Oh, Dios. Mira,
I don't think the bathroom light was on when they walked over.
la niña está dormida. Estamos solos. No sabemos qué fue lo que pudo haber pasado. Mi esposo anda viendo. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué es, amor?
Se movió la puerta, no sé qué hay aquí, nada.
Lots of banging sounds can be heard along with the sounds of doors slamming on their own. Also, the pair of drawers that were closed moments ago are now open. The very next night, they are awoken again. This time, her husband is at work and they are truly alone.
Estamos otra vez aquí. Son las... ¿Dónde está el teléfono? No sé ni qué horas son, pero se están escuchando ruidos. Y estamos solas. Mi esposo anda trabajando. Mis hermanas están dormidas. Saraí, despiértate. Acompáñenme a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos otra vez. Voy a despertar a Annie. Annie.
I don't get how people can live in a house where it's like, you've got all the beds in one room, the one bathroom which is attached to the kitchen dining room together, with living room right there too, and then all your windows are open and the curtains are open, so people can just literally walk past your house and see you sleeping in your bed. That's just...
Levántense,
No.
por favor, para que me acompañen a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos. Vamos, agarra por favor a la niña. Dios mío, estamos solas. No sé si alcancen a escuchar. Se escucha el perro. ¿Qué horas son, hija? Son las 3:33 de la mañana. Ay, Dios.
Dicen que esta hora es muy buena porque se parezcan las cosas, ¿eh?
Estamos solas, mi esposo le tocó trabajar hoy. Estamos nosotras solas. Tenemos mucho... No, abrázame. Tenemos mucho miedo. Hace como 15 días que se empezaron... que se escucharon estos ruidos. Nos es imposible... Ay. Nos es imposible dormir. Cuando estamos solas... Ay, no, no puede ser. No puede ser, no puede ser. Cada vez se nos hace más difícil dormir. Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios.
It's probably another one of those burglar situations. I mean, the sound you hear, that dong, 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 that's the window.
Movió la cortina. Acompáñenme, por favor, a ver si no es alguien. Ay, no, que puede ser, no puede ser, no puede ¿Hay alguien? Ay, Dios mío, no quiero salir.
The curtain moves on its own as if someone was there, but when they go to check outside, they see nothing there. What makes this strange is that the dog...
They check outside, and no one's there. I don't know, probably because they're looking out the door this way, and the bedroom and the window is over there, behind them, and that way. You know, I checked your pool and I couldn't find your fridge. Yeah, you're in the wrong fucking room, dumbass. You're facing the wrong way. I tell you to go west, and then you dig a hole and look down.
Dogs seem to be barking aggressively at something around the house. So could this be a genuine ghost? Or is it just an intricate ruse? You judge. Being watched. A woman named Veri was exploring an abandoned historic center located somewhere in the city of Saltillo, Mexico, when all of a sudden they had an overwhelming feeling that they were being watched. When they looked around, they saw this.
Estaba trabajando cuando sentí que me estaban viendo. Golpeábamos la pared y no se movía. Tampoco parpadeaba.
It doesn't blink.
Golpeábamos la pared y no se movía. Tampoco parpadeaba.
Yes.
What?
Estaba trabajando cuando sentí que me estaban viendo.
Blank.
Golpeábamos la pared y no se movía. Tampoco parpadeaba. ¿Qué rayos será eso?
An eye can be seen staring directly at her from inside the wall. She tries to hit the wall to scare it away, but it doesn't flinch. Some people believe it's an owl or a cat inside the wall, while others believe something more sinister is lurking within the walls.
A guy named Gary.
The next day, she does an update at the same location.
Esto ocurrió en Saltillo, Coahuila, en el centro histórico. Y por acá está el cuarto donde estuvimos viendo al animal. Estuvimos más de 5 minutos viéndolo. No hacía ningún tipo de ruido, no maullaba, no parpadeaba después de los golpes en la pared.
This time, there's nothing there. Most people say the eyes are far too big to be a cat's or an owl's, and seems like it's a different being entirely. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to check out our new channel, Stories of Despair. The links are in the description and pinned comment. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never...
Yeah, I mean, just some more cheesy bullshit. No, it is very, very hard to come across real deal paranormal. And, you know, I'll say, I've said it before, I say it again, you know, I don't get discouraged. I don't get angry. I don't get sad. I mean, I feel sad for the people who feel that they have to fake paranormal shit to get likes, and it's like you're doing these, you know, you're taking the time out of your life to narrate obvious bullshit and then act as though it is the most amazing evidence you've ever seen. And it's like, come on, man. One of these was literally a light coming into a room, and they're like, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. It is a ghost. You see the ghost walking around. it's going under the bed and over the hills, and it's moving around. It's like, no, it's just a fucking light. But, that's it for today. I might do a couple more videos this week because I literally have to wait until Friday to do anything else, because I've got welding cables, I've got leads, I've got connectors, everything is coming. I've got stuff coming tomorrow, but in order to use that stuff, I have to wait till Friday, because the stuff that connects parts together can only be shipped on to me that day. And it's like, why are you gonna be that way? But I'm out. See y'all later. Have fun. Don't fall down. Wipe your ass. Have fun.